So, here's the story of how a prophetess of God came to my house and told me that I was a homosexual. Backstory. So, my mom's super religious, like the don't watch Disney movies because I heard on the news that they contain subliminal satanic messages kind of religious. So, one day, she decides to invite a prophetess of the Lord to our house. And I'm thinking this isn't going to be anything new. They'll come in, drink chai, smile like they just had Botox, pray, and then we'll give them a big fat check so they can go spread the word of the Lord. Then Aunt Rosie walks in. Things start off like normal. She comes in, sits gingerly on the couch, sips chai, etc. And then suddenly, as she's talking to my mom, she turns to me and goes, "Son, I'd like to speak with you privately if that's okay." And I'm super weirded out. But I'm like, okay, I guess. And we head back to my room. She pulls out a blanket and motions for me to sit down. When I do, she smiles and says, "I'd like to pray for you, if that's okay." I barely finish nodding before she seizes my hands and begins to pray, with lots of yelling, crying, shaking, and speaking in tongues. After she finishes her prayer, she squeezes my hands and breathes heavily into my face. Her eyes fly open, and she stares pointedly at me in silence. Finally, she licks her lips, leans in, and asks, "Are you a homosexual?" Well, shit. So, here I am, high-key panicking. How does she know? Am I so gay that people can tell? Did she just assume? Did God send her a vision of me staring at my youth pastor's ass? I mean, side note, he does have a really nice ass. But anyway, so here I am, panicking, and she continues, "Now I know you'll probably say no, but there's two types of homosexuality." And I'm just staring at her, completely confused. Is she gonna start telling me about tops and bottoms? She clears her throat. "Homosexuality can be man loving man." And then she squeezes my hands even tighter. "Or there's man loving himself." And then I noticed that her eyes trail down between my legs, and I get it. Masturbation. "Do you watch porn?" she asks. "Tell me about it. We can pray for that bondage to be broken." And gay old me is more than excited to tell her about all the straight porn that I just can't seem to get stopped watching, and how obsessed I am with boobs and vaginas. Thank the Lord she doesn't know that I'm gay. After I finish telling her about my sins, she pulls out a bottle of oil. "This is anointed oil that I've prayed over. Now, go cleanse yourself." She clears her throat, glancing down again. "Oh, and God will help you overcome temptation." Side note, if I really was addicted to masturbation, why would she hand me a bottle of oil? Doesn't that seem, I don't know, counterproductive? So I go back to the bathroom, dump the oil down the sink, fill around a little bit, and then come back in. As I enter, she smiles and says, "Son, now that you've prayed to God, this will no longer come back to you. You can have a wife and children and not worry about your sexual sins anymore. You are no longer a homosexual. Praise God." Which is a lie, because 10 minutes after she leaves, I go right back to thinking about my youth pastor